Timesia Hart is my name, and I am just sitting talking a little bit about the disease that I have, neuromyelitis optica, or also known as Devick's disease, which again affects the spinal cord and the optic nerves. I was diagnosed with the disease in 2008. Much like MS, the disease places lesions on the spinal cord, which can cause some paralysis and blindness. In my case, I lost the vision in my right eye. I was treated for MS, which I never had, but this disease, neuromyelitis optica, is very, very rare. The neurologists were not aware of the differences between the two diseases. The two exacerbations that I had, in addition to the one where I lost my vision, the first one caused me to be paralyzed or weakness from my waist down, but the later one I had caused me to be paralyzed from my neck down. The paralyzation can be permanent. In my case, I started to recover some of it, and I'm still recovering today. But the issues that I've had are simply related to there not being enough of information about this disease. At this point, I'm being treated for the disease, which is not a cure, but it is a treatment to lessen the attacks or the exacerbations. That treatment is chemo, and I have chemo every 3 to 4 months. Very massive dose of chemo that is to keep the exacerbations from being as prominent. Another thing that is just in the research phase is a bone marrow transplant, which is what I am pursuing at this time. The bone marrow transplant will completely rid my system of the disease. Bone marrow transplant is not a walk in the park, and so I am cautiously approaching that. At the same time, trying to be as quick as possible, because with the disease, the exacerbation is always lurking. At any time you can have another exacerbation. So the urgency there is to try to get back in Chicago. I've already been accepted into the research that they're doing there. I'm a good candidate for the transplant, and the matter now becomes the issue of having the resources to as a candidate for the research. The medicine and all of that is covered, but the stay at the hospital, which would be approximately 6 weeks, is what the resources would come to support. The resource, that amount is $30,000, and we're in the process now of trying to get sponsors and raise some funds to cover the cost of that. The community here is probably most people are a little bit knowledgeable about MS, but the rarity of this disease makes it one of those that is not very much known. I would like, while I had this, it's a big challenge. Even though it's a challenge, I also see it as an opportunity to try to help someone else in my shoes that may be diagnosed with one thing and is something else, and there are no funds available. Insurance will not cover it because it is in a research state. At some point in time, hopefully they will have enough research and enough information to show this is a treatment. In the meantime, I just want to raise awareness. I want to have some sources available. When I first started reading about this disease, just limited information because it is rare, and when something is this rare, the squeaky wheel will get the oil, and so I'm trying to squeak my wheels a little bit about this to bring awareness to it, so if someone else is in my shoes will have, won't feel so alone like I did many, many days battling it alone. thinking that the the way to really bring awareness to it is to get out and speak out. We're in the process of setting up blogs, and I'll be talking, try to daily update the blog as we go through this journey. Been home now 1 year, and 1 year out, things are getting much, much better than they were before when I came home. But again, the disease at any time could go back the way it was a year ago. So I feel like while I have the time, I just need to be out about bringing awareness to this disease as I try to gather the funds to have the transplant.